Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Magical. Please subscribe to me because this is my passion for doing YouTube, and I want to do YouTube full time and I need 1,000 subscribers to even have the chance to do that. So please subscribe to me if you like free weekly tarot readings, because I do a free weekly tarot reading every single week. On Sundays is when I usually post my weekly tarot readings, or sometimes I'll post them on Mondays, like today. My tablet actually is full of videos, so I can't film with my tablet anymore until I move the videos onto a flash drive or something. But I'm using my laptop right now to film because I'm poor, which is why I really do need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I won't be poor anymore and I can actually get a nice camera. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So I have 3 groups here, and since I don't have a camera that I can actually hold over each group and show you, I'm just going to hold each group up. This is group 1. This is group 2. And this is group 3. So, here, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. You can pause the video if you want and just pick a group, and then I'll get started. Don't worry, I did mix the groups up. Okay, let's get started. Oh, that's not supposed to be upside down. Okay, so I think you're going to be making some new friends possibly this week at your new job, or your current old job maybe, or you're just going to be hanging out with your friends more than usual this week. I think that's what this card means. Yes, that is a pretty generic answer, I know. I'm not exactly giving you a whole bunch of super psychic insights right now with that card. So maybe I'll give you some better insights in a minute. Give me a second. Okay. This is more of an insight. I think you're going to have a lot more deeper connections. More deeper? More deep? Deeper connections with your friends. I swear I know how to English. It's just too early, you guys. I just woke up. So I think that you're going to have more of a deep connection with these particular friends that you were going to meet this week. I think most of you guys who picked this group are going to be meeting new friends this week. However, if you're hanging out with, friends you already have, I think you're going to find this week that you get even closer to your friends. I think you're going to have conversations that are of a more spiritual nature than usual, or you're just going to be talking about much more deep topics, if that makes sense, with your friends. You're not going to be talking about surface silly things like movies and music in a way that's very it's not going to be small talk. It's going to be very deep conversations about the movies, or the music. It's just going to be, you're just opening up to each other more. You and your friends are opening up with each other a lot more than usual this week. Or if they're new friends, then you're going to find that you have a very deep connection with at least one of these people, probably maybe more than one of these friends. So yeah, I guess I just think that it's likely that most of you guys who picked this group will be meeting multiple friends that you have a a much deeper connection anyway. I don't know if it's gonna be like all-consumingly deep, like the best connection you've ever. I don't know if you're gonna. These are. I don't think that these friends are really gonna be the friends that you've ever had. That you've had like the deepest connection you've with any. Out of any friends you've ever had in your whole life. But they're definitely friends that you have a deeper connection with than usual. If they're new friends, and if they're current friends, then you're going to be like getting to know them a lot more. And I'm so sweaty. The sweat's getting in my eye, and it's like the oil on my face, because I have an oily face, is like, I hate that when that happens, because then the sweat gets in my eye and I can't see. Okay. So, this is not, I'm not as put together as most tarot readers on YouTube. If you watch Stargirl, the Practical Witch, you're never gonna see her like wiping sweat off her face in her readings. No, just on my channel. So, oh no. Okay, I think ultimately you're going to feel like these friendships are not exactly what you wanted them to be, though. So even though initially you felt like the connection was really there, I think you're going to, in the coming weeks or months, feel like these friends either will maybe possibly even betray you, or you're just going to feel like you can't really trust them as much as you thought you could. I don't think they're going to really betray most of you guys, though. I don't think your friends are going to betray most of you guys. I just feel like maybe you'll just feel like you can't really trust them. Like, maybe you'll feel like maybe they're talking about you behind your back or something. I don't think it's going to, like, be like a big, like, betrayal, like, I don't think it'll be like something that you will feel like is a really big deal, exactly. But you will feel sad, like really sad, about the friendship not being what you thought it was, and then maybe not being the friends that you thought you could trust. I don't want to worry you guys, though. Like, this card means heartbreak, in case you didn't know. But, like, I don't want to worry you guys when I say, like, negative things in my readings, because, it's possible that I could be wrong. And then also, this is a general reading anyway, so you have to remember that multiple people, possibly hundreds or even thousands of people, are picking each of these groups. So I'm literally reading the energies of multiple people. So even though you pick that group and I might say something really negative might happen to you, just remember, it might not actually happen to you. That particular message might be for one of the other hundreds or thousands of people who picked the group that you picked, who picked the same group that you picked. So I wouldn't worry too much about anything that I say in my general readings like this. But with that being said, let's get to the next group. You're definitely getting more in tune to your intuition than usual this week. In particular, I feel like you're probably meditating a lot more. So there's that. I think a lot of you guys who picked group 2 are psychics, or you have more psychic abilities than you realize. And if you meditated more, you would unlock those. So, there's that. Oh, just like I said, you're probably a water sign, psychic person. You have a lot of very deep emotions. You really feel the emotions of other people a lot, probably. You're probably an empath. Just like the King of Cups, because you're probably just like the King of Cups. I think he's an empath. But he's not like, emotionally unstable. But yet at the same time, he's in touch with his emotions, and he's in touch with the emotions of other people. He's very psychic, And he uses his psychic abilities for his success in the sense that, when you know what other people are feeling, because you're so in touch with your own emotions and you put yourself in other people's shoes so much, because you're so empathetic, that actually is an advantage. People think being an emotional person is a disadvantage, but they don't realize how much of an advantage that actually is, because the people who are more emotional than most people are usually more empathic. And by empathic, I mean psychic, in the sense that they can feel what other people are feeling. And if you can feel what other people are feeling, can you just imagine how great of a superpower that is for a second? You can tap into someone's emotions and know whether or not someone is playing you, trying to take advantage of you, whether they're a bad person or not for you, or you can find out what people's real intentions are. And that is an extraordinary advantage for business, which is who the King of Cups is. He's a businessman, in my opinion, or someone he's very successful. He might not necessarily be like a corporate businessman or something, but I think of the King of Cups as kind of like the King of Wands. Like, he's a very successful person who uses his intuition as like a superpower to know what people's real intentions are. And so he always makes the best deals, he always interacts with the right people. He knows what to say to people to get his way. And he also knows who he shouldn't fuck with, he knows, like, you're a bad person, I'm going to stay away from you. So you're like this, you're like the King of Cups. So don't be ashamed if you're feeling more emotional than usual this week, which I feel like you might be. But don't ever be ashamed of being an emotional person. It's actually a superpower. You're probably more of an empath psychic than most people on this planet. And you can use that as your superpower with practice and learning how to unlock those psychic abilities, which, again, as I said with group 1, you become more psychic basically just by meditating. And there's certain things you can do to decalcify your pineal gland, like eating certain foods, but mostly meditating makes you more psychic. So if you want to be more psychic, if you want those superpowers, just meditate every day for about 20 minutes by quieting your mind and trying not to think any thoughts. You could do it by, you should meditate by, I think by listening to music is the best way. Like, just focus on a sound and try not to think any thoughts, because your goal is to quiet your mind and not think thoughts, so that you can hear your higher self's messages and intuitions, things like that. So you're waiting to hear back from someone. I think you've recently been texting someone and you really want to hear back from them, but I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Leave a comment and tell me if I'm wrong. Say, you're wrong, Magical. You're wrong. You're a fake psychic. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. That's just what I thought when I just say what the first thing that comes to my mind when I pick these cards, you guys. And that is, in my opinion, the best way for me to actually get an accurate message is for me to just not overthink what I think the card means and just say the first thing that pops in my head. And that's what I was thinking when I got that card. So that might be the case for a lot of you guys who picked this group. Now let's go to group 3. Okay, you're having a really bad week this week. I'm not going to lie about that. I don't see this week going well for you if you pick group 3. I'm really sorry. maybe a few of you guys will have an okay-ish week, but I really think a lot of pretty bad stuff's probably going to happen to you guys this week. And I don't know what it is. I don't think it's going to be like life-alteringly bad. So don't worry too much. But I feel like it's going to be pretty bad. So just kind of like, you can possibly prevent bad things from happening to you in a psychic reading by just changing your energy. People don't realize that the future is never set in stone. If a psychic tells you something bad is going to happen, it's not set in stone, usually. Usually, you still have a chance to change the energy enough to prevent it from happening. But you change the energy by just being happy as best as you can be, not worrying about things, not worrying about, even though I said it's possible bad things could happen to you this week, don't worry about it if you can, you know. I know that's hard to not worry about something possibly bad happening to you, but you really do need to try not to worry, because if you don't worry about it, if you don't worry about something bad happening to you, then, and if you can relax and like actually, you know, kind of force yourself to have a good week anyway, like maybe this week won't turn out that bad. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe you'll have a good week. Maybe you'll have a great week. But you have to like not worry about it. Like, watch funny movies or funny videos on YouTube. Hang out with fun friends. Like, do the things that make you happy and try not to worry and relax. And that can change the energy so that so that you can prevent bad things from happening, and so that you can stop and prevent bad things from happening this week. So that's that card. And just like I said, this wasn't supposed to sit down. You're resting more than usual this week. I'm sensing, I think there's some depression going on with all the stuff that's possibly going to happen this week. It is a possibility that you will want to sleep a lot and use sleeping to escape from your problems, which is something, that I do when I'm really depressed. I basically just want to sleep all day. So that, but then you're sleeping a lot, but then you're also, I feel like maybe not eating as much as you should be. And I think you're also basically just trying your best to take your mind off your problems by sleeping so much and by being alone, isolating yourself, and just getting quiet time, and basically, but definitely a lot of isolation, and just like, you know, you're trying to get like me time to make an attempt to heal yourself. So you might also be meditating or reading or doing things like that, but that's also in an attempt to heal yourself. Mostly you're just trying to do whatever you can think of to relax. Like I said, I think you're going to be doing all this stuff to try to prevent bad things from happening to you, like, because of what I just said in my previous card. I sort of feel like I just made that happen, if that makes sense. But, like I altered the course of time or something just now when I picked that one card. Then this card magically showed up. I altered the future. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's what happened just now. I don't think I altered the future. But, like, I guess I just feel like, or you were going to do that anyway. You were just going to do all the sleeping stuff anyway. But, or you're doing this sleeping stuff because something bad will happen. But hopefully nothing bad happens to you this week. I really feel bad when I say negative things will happen to people. I don't know, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to have a warning of something because you can prevent it from happening, you know? Oh, like I said, restless nights, losing sleep, you're anxious about something, you're definitely feeling a lot of anxiety this week. I don't know what it is about. Probably something with your relationships with people. I mean, that's very generic to say, I know. But it is a general reading, so it's going to be generic anyway. Yeah. That's it for that card. And then I was only trying to get 3 cards, but I accidentally got a 4th card instead of 3 cards. So it must be meant to be, and I'm going to read this last card to you because it's part of your reading apparently. Okay. Ultimately, you will be victorious at the very end of this week. So it's not going to be as bad of a week as I thought it might be in the end. You know, basically, around the end of this week, things should start to get better. And you'll actually feel really happy about something again. I don't know what you'll be feeling really happy about, but something's going to happen at the end of this week, or at the beginning of next week possibly, that's going to make you feel like really victorious, like celebratory, like just you're going to feel some relief about something. So ultimately, you guys, it's not going to be that bad of a week for you in the end. So that's good. You're going to be the victor. And that is the end of my super long 21-minute tarot reading. If you like this reading and my sweaty face, please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I love you so much. That's what Rich Lux would say. And bye.